to Just Face It Radio Show with evangelist Staffy Butler Blakely, where we face life victoriously. And now, here's your host.
You've got to face life victoriously.
Well, hello, everyone. Yes. This is the Just Face It show with me, your girl. Yes, Staffy B, and my goodness, I am always super duper excited. There go my people. There go my people. Hey, y'all. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, love those people, and I absolutely love you. Thank you so much for tuning in right here on Vent Radio. I encourage those of you who are watching on my page, if you want to see what's happening live in the studio, go to YouTube, put it on your TV, and then have me on your phone. Technology is just awesome. It is just great, and we can do everything. We can do all things. Come on, Bible. We can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. Yes, we can. Well, I am super duper excited. This is my third show. Yes, I'm getting somewhere. And you guys know my mantra, keep it moving, baby. Keep it going, keep it moving. We can do all things. And so I am super duper excited to be here on the with the Vent family. They have welcomed me with open arms. April, who is the engineer / production / my goodness, that girl has 115,000 titles, and she's pretty good at all of them. Absolutely. So I absolutely appreciate her working so diligently with me being a new member of the Vent family, and I'm telling you, we are just working this thing all the way out. So my goodness, we are in for a treat tonight. You don't want to miss it. I'm going to give you an opportunity to share. You know, this little index finger has become the most important finger on our hand these days, because we use it to share, and we use it to click buttons, and to like, and whatever else, and to smile, and to be happy. And so I need you to use your index finger. Actually, I don't care what finger you use. Use a finger and just go and share and let people know that your girl is on the air. She's back. And you can find us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitch, on iCloud, on TuneUp. We're everywhere, my goodness, and I probably left a couple, 2 or 3 out, but I want you to know that we can be found, and tons of people hear us now, and so I am grateful. You don't want to miss tonight's show. Listen, first and foremost, as always, I will always try to come on and encourage you, because here on the Just Face It show, guess what we do? We face life. That's right. No matter what comes your way, we face it victoriously, because guess what? The moment you face something, hey, the pressure is over. It's over. Trust me when I tell you, it is over the moment that you face it. So God gave me this title, oh my goodness, over 25 years ago. And I've been radio, a long time. Yeah, I've been there a long time. And he gave me this title, and I have had to live it. So be careful what you name the shows, because I have had to live Just Face It. And I'm telling you, God has allowed me to face life victoriously. We're going to go to a song right now. Larry Callahan is going to get us all pumped up and worked up. You don't want to miss my next guest. My goodness, you know this man from the Bobby Jones Show. Everett Drake is standing by. Oh, the nicest man you'll ever. How many times can I say that? The nicest man you'll ever want to meet, and he's going to be joining me. And we just discovered we're making history again today. We'll talk to you about that. Listen, go and share the show. Larry Callahan, come on in, and we're going to pump it up a little bit with Larry Callahan. We'll be right back.
did it before, you do it again. Just give it all to him and trust him. Trust him. Cling to him. Cling to him. Don't you dare doubt him. Don't you dare doubt him. This is not the time for giving up. You need to trust him. Trust him. Hold on and cling. Cling to him. He's never let you down. Don't you dare doubt him. Oh, trust him. Trust him. And be up to Kyra. Cling to him. Don't you dare give up. Don't you dare doubt him. You can take it. You can make it. Trust him. Trust him. Cling. Cling to him. Don't you dare doubt the Lord. Don't you dare doubt him. God is not a man that he should lie. Trust him. Trust him. Oh, trust him. I'm gonna trust him. Trust him. I'm gonna trust him.
Come on and trust him, everybody. Trust him. That's Larry Callahan, yes, and SOG, yes, with Crystal Rucker. Ooh, one of God's greatest sopranos. Absolutely love her. Listen. I want to tell you a little bit about what's going to be happening the rest of the month because I want you to be prepared. Tonight, we're just talking business, and I got Everett Drake is coming, and Kyra Hardwick is coming, and you want to get pencil and paper out because that girl going to give us some stuff to just absolutely live by and to be successful by. How about that? I'm bringing people on here to encourage you and to make sure that your life is victorious. That's what I do. That's what I live for. But listen, let me tell you what's happening the rest of the month. I got next Sunday, new pastors, people who have become pastors in the pandemic. Come on. Are you kidding me? They took on the task of becoming a pastor. Yes, we're going to be hearing from Tamara Thomas Lotz, oh my goodness, who is now pastor over Faith Tabernacle right there in Highland Park, Michigan. Oh, her story is just impeccable. I absolutely love her. And then we know him as a singer, and he is now pastor of a church that he grew up in. How awesome is that? Gerard Brooks, I should say, Pastor Gerard Brooks will be here with me next week. Those two are going to talk to us about the art and the challenges and the things becoming a pastor, brand new pastor in the pandemic. And then at the end of the month, April 25th, Jezar Riches is going to be here. You're talking about a young lady who is extraordinary, oh my gosh, super talented in the filmmaking business, in the arts. She acts, she does it on. She's going to share with us, those of you who are interested in that kind of life and you want to know how to get into the film business. She's already done her second independent movie is coming out starring her son. Oh, it is impeccably done. Her whole family is involved. And also my dear brother Rodney White, a God's gentle giant, that's what I call him, who just has a passion. He has a passion for the minstrels. So he is always praying, always praying for pastors and ministers of music because he's a drummer. And so he always has them. So you don't want to miss the rest of the month. And I'm telling you, it only goes up from here. All right. I don't have my notes. What am I doing now? We're going to go to a little spacer just to situate some things, and we'll be right back with my wonderful guest. And guess what? He's all the way from Nashville, so I got to get my little country on, too. He's all the way from Nashville. Everett Drake, he'll be next. We're back, and I'm just going to. One thing I love to do is I have guests, and I get their information, but you don't want to hear me talk. It's my show. I talk all the time, all of the time, because that's what I do. So when you invite someone on, and I learned this in Talk Show 101, is that if you invite someone on, you want to hear them talk. You want to hear what they have to say. And my job is to move the conversation along and to be genuinely interested. If you've ever been a guest on someone's show, which I have been, and they were looking around, they were asking me questions, they were playing with their nails, they weren't really interested, and that made for a bad, horrible interview. If you're ever going to do and be in this business and you have guests, the first rule of thumb, come on, I'm giving you this for free. The first rule of thumb is to be genuinely interested in the guest that you invited. So I let them talk, and I just kind of edge them on a little bit so that they can get all in that they want to say. I was on a show once. The guy invited me, and I never got a chance to say anything. He had my bio, and at the end of the show, he said, "Staffy, thank you." I said, and I got smart. I said, "Thank you for what?" I dressed up and got my girl on and lashes and all that stuff on, and I did not. I promise you, I never got a chance to say anything. I think I said a couple of times, and then he said, "Well, that's all the time we have." And I said, "What? I never said anything. I never said anything." So when you invite someone, if those of you who are out there aspiring to do this and to be talk show hosts, allow your guests to say and to talk. Listen, I want you to hear his voice singing first, and the next voice you will hear will be that of my dear brother and friend. I absolutely love this guy, and I'm going to help you know who he is. You're going to see him, Everett Drake, singing right now.
got problems of our own. Heaven, please help us all. It's all for one and one for all.
Share, everybody. Stick around with me for the next hour. You never know, you just need one chance.
Why can't we love each other? People walking hand in hand, knowing that together we stand, divided we fall. We will learn how to treat people like we want to be treated. We shall stand for something, so we won't fall for just anything. Take a stand, Jordan. We can. Since we're down here.
Thank you, Rod.
Come on. People walking hand in hand, knowing that together we can. Amen goes right there, you sing. Amen goes right there, right there. Amen goes right there. Amen goes right there, right
All right. Can I get the church to say amen? Because amen goes right there. Absolutely. That is just a hit. And we know that amen means that it is so. My goodness. Welcome all the way from the country, y'all. From the hills. Yes, over hill, over there. Yes, my wonderful guests. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Everett Drake. Hey, Everett.
Hi, Staffy. It's such a pleasure to be here with you tonight.
Oh my goodness, you look so good. You know, first of all, I want to know, just do your age. That's what I want to know first of all.
Well, I'm doing the best I can. That's all I can say. Last year was a rough year. I used to work out, and walk 3 miles a day, and I haven't done anything.
Oh my, pandemic put all of us out, honey.
I'm just praying I can get back in the spirit and get to moving. I have a birthday on Saturday, and I'll be 67 years old.
What? Okay, I'm gonna need to see some 6 and 7 on you. I don't see no 67 nowhere. Listen, those of you that are, you can see on this video, you guys remember him best. I always describe him. The little light-skinned man that stood on the front row for 100 years with Bobby Jones, and the Super Choir. You were with him for the longest time, and you were one of his most faithful members with the Bobby Jones show. And my goodness, and it has just taken off for you from there. Can we just back up a little bit and you talk about that experience being with the Bobby Jones show?
Absolutely. I'm just grateful for that platform of Bobby Jones Gospel there at BET. It's been a major blessing in my life. Ambassador Dr. Bobby Jones is an amazing young man. He's such a blessing to not only me, but so many artists. We wouldn't know of a lot of artists today if it hadn't been for that TV show, the Yolanda Adams, the Kirk Franklins, and a lot of people got their real start from that television show. They were doing things before then, but their careers really took off after being on television. And it's just a blessing to have been on that show for over 30-something years, over 35 years or so.
Wow.
And it's afforded me some wonderful, wonderful opportunities, needless to say.
Wow, over 30. And we're talking about 30 years of consistency. You wasn't in 1 week and gone the next month. I don't think Bobby Jones would have went for that anyway, huh?
Well, listen, I was able to do other things down through the years because he always teased me. He said, boy, I know what you do. When I went to sing with him, I was traveling on the road with country music stars, making a living doing background vocals.
Really?
And absolutely, that's how I made my living. And he told me, he said, listen, I know exactly what you do. Say, anytime you're in town, you come and sing with me. And I have to say, he's been a man of his word. There have been many times I might have been gone for 6 months, year and a half or whatever the case might be, as long as the tours would last. And he'd welcome me back with open arms every time. And it's just a blessing to be with someone like that. Back in those earlier days, we didn't have the cell phones and things like we have to do today, to keep in contact with people. So I just drop a little card and let him know that I'm doing all right. And people tease me all the time that I stay camera ready.
Yes,
I
you
said,
do.
and I would thank him for those opportunities because it prepared me for what I was doing, touring with Lyle Lovett and his large band and other great acts. It's just a blessing.
Wow. Now let me ask you, because country singing and gospel is almost on the same platform, because I do know they write a lot about issues and things that happen in their life. It's almost synonymous with God. What would you say your fave would be? Your favorite?
Favorite country song?
Your favorite genre of singing, gospel or country? What was the most challenging, I should say?
Well, needless to say, gospel music is certainly my favorite and the most challenging because, in gospel music, we've got to work.
Oh, yeah.
We've got to use our low voice, our high voices, and all parts in between.
Absolutely.
But traveling in country music, they expect to hear the same thing every evening, at the same place, in the same songs, nothing new. They don't even want you to do anything, improvise anything. Most times it's, already structured. And if you do that, they are totally happy.
Wow.
And I've had them come to me and say, "Did you not feel good tonight?" And I said, "No, I feel fine." "Well, at bar 45 and such, you didn't hit that note that I love so much." I said, "Oh, okay." Just know that you will hear that every night from this point forward.
Wow.
But it was getting to understand what was expected of you, in traveling with the different acts, coming out of gospel music. We were ad-lib and, interjecting all throughout the concert. It was a different type of music, and you do different things and things differently, and it was more structured.
Yeah.
And I learned that early on, and I never forgot that.
That's some great information, that structure, and then we just allowed the Holy Spirit to, rest and rule with us when we got ready to do our things. And that's what the church expects. We kind of live for that, if I see you in concert 2 or 3 times, the gospel person wants to see something different. They absolutely want to see something different in your next performance there. Now, I'm going to fast forward to you, because you are doing such great things with your life. And about 2 years ago, I had a chance to come and visit you as you did the. Just talk about that. I'm gonna let you tell it.
Staffy, I'm so excited. We had the privilege of producing our own television show. It's called Everett Drake in Tune with Indies.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you for being my very first guest. We made history together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited. We've been in the process of getting it edited and prepared to launch. We're looking at a launch date of toward the end of June or early July of this year. And I am so excited. As you know, we tape 12 30-minute shows to present a pilot series for the BGN television network. Dr. Archie Harrison over in North Carolina afforded me this opportunity. And it's really an informative talk show designed to educate and empower independent artists. But of course, we had to have some great music. And I just thank you again for coming to share your brand new music with us there at Everett Drake in Tune with Indies. And we wanted to provide some reputable people for our independent artists to invest with. We've been accused of not investing in ourselves, but that's not the truth.
Absolutely.
I think we've been investing with the wrong people.
Oh.
And I want to introduce some people that I have faith in, that I know the industry and know the business, that can help us as independent artists learn to start working as labels
Yeah.
instead of just so that we can, get further in this ever-changing world of gospel music. I want to talk about songwriting and publishing,
Oh, good.
production and recording, management and booking,
Yeah.
radio and radio promotion, marketing and social media, and distribution.
Uh-huh.
These are some of the titles, some of the topics that we have had problems with and are struggling with. I run into so many young artists who have their own studios in their homes, and they're producing great music and all, but they're not reaping in the benefits from the music, Staffy. They have not encoded their music, and they haven't been anywhere to learn about encoding your music. And we all know, you being in radio, that if you receive something that's not coded properly, it doesn't get any airplay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And these are the things that we want to address. And same thing about publishing. My producer, Derek Lee, who we know as the music director of Bobby Jones Gospel, wouldn't allow me to cut my first song until I opened my own publishing company.
Oh.
So we want to talk about these kind of things that would help us as independent artists. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to give back. In this season of my life, that is what I'm trying to do, give back to independent artists, because I'm an independent artist myself.
Yeah.
And I asked the people that came to allow me to interview them to talk to me like I didn't have a clue as to what was going on, so that we could help people.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest struggle is?
Absolutely.
What do you think the biggest struggle is for independent artists? What are the biggest mistakes that they're making?
Well, I talked about two just then. Those are the paramount problems that we have. But other things like radio and radio promotion, marketing, social media, understanding how to get your product out when you get your product, how to package your product so that it looks, and represents you well. Getting your music out to radio, as I'm sure you're well aware, we have to go through radio promoters that have relationships with radio networks and religious announcers around the country.
Yeah.
And that helps you get into the system, and if you don't know that, then you have a good product that your local friends and family and your local hometown will have an opportunity to appreciate.
Oh, yeah.
But to get into the mainstream of things, you have to go through this system of radio promotion. And that was another reason I wanted to provide some reputable people that I have faith in, that I know do this on a day-to-day basis for the major record labels that can help us get our music out into the mainstream and compete with the other artists that are out there. We don't have the machinery of the major labels behind us.
Right.
But we can use those same tools to get us to where we need to get to if we have the knowledge to know to do that.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there aren't too many mainstream record labels left, is it? I mean, everybody's kind of going indie.
The conglomerates, you have the Motown Gospel.
Yeah.
You have RCA Inspiration. You have E1. And all of those are conglomerates. Then, of course, you have out of Indianapolis there. I just drew a blank, and I know it as well as I know my own name.
Yeah.
Ty Scott. I'm sorry. Ty Scott stayed in Indianapolis. And, and of course, Malaco. But Malaco is yet a conglomerate as well.
Okay.
So we really have just a few gospel labels left. And most of them are only signing songwriters with great catalogs that they can reap some of that money back that they spend to market those projects.
Yes.
So if you haven't written some great songs from some other artists that they can get that publishing on to secure their investment, then it's unlikely that you would get signed to a major
Yeah.
label like that, unless you're a YouTube sensation.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
there are always extenuating circumstances, but that's kind of where our industry is right now.
Yes.
And we've got to start operating as labels ourselves
Exactly.
in order to become successful.
Exactly. You know, I'm just always in awe. It's so many more independent artists than it is our A-listers, and I just can't understand. What do you think the problem is? We can't get together. What do you think the issue is there? That we just, as independent artists, just can't seem to work together, get together, be together, or they come with a big old price tag and they only got one song out. I mean, what is that?
I still think it's the lack of knowledge.
Okay.
People have great conferences and bring in wonderful panelists to give us information to help us grow and understand what we're involved in. But more times than not, you get there and be 10 or 15 people there to receive the information. Oh, but time for the concert, you got 700 or 800 people there.
Yeah.
And that's backwards.
Absolutely.
We've got to learn to be where we need to be to understand and get the information that we need. And I think that's why the show that I have came into being. I think I had complained about that one time too many. And God said, what you going to do about it? If they won't come and get the information, you take the information to them.
That's great.
And that's how the show was actually born.
Wow, that's and you had to have a heart and a passion for that to happen, because this absolutely could have just been about you. I mean, you paid your dues. In my opinion, you paid your dues, and it could have just been the Everett Drake show all about me. But you had a heart for independent artists. Why was that?
Just Jesus.
Okay.
You know, I've been afforded some wonderful opportunities. I probably have been in 18 or 20 foreign countries, and my family never took a family vacation, couldn't afford one. And, you know, if someone had not given me an opportunity, I would not be doing what I'm doing today, and I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. And a lot of times we don't take the time to reach back and help someone else when we've been helped all along. You know, as a race of people, we don't do enough of that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, in even inviting the guests to come and be a part of the show, my prayer was, Lord, don't let me have to ask not one independent artist to register for this show, because God knows we've registered for enough things.
Exactly. You are exactly right.
And
Talk to me.
God granted me that wish, and I'm grateful. Now, you know, season's coming. If the Lord allows me to, you know, do a second season, all, I don't know what He has in store, but I'm just crazy enough to believe if He did it once, He'll do it again.
He'll do it again. That'll preach. Now, you preaching yet, Everett? Are you preaching yet?
No.
You say, Staffy, let me stay with the singing. Let me ask you, Everett. Amen Goes right there. That's a catchy sound, catchy tune. How did that come about? How did that song come about?
Amen Goes right there?
Yes.
Well, believe it or not, it was actually a saying, a slang saying that I had been saying for 25 or 30 years.
What?
Long before any recording.
Wow.
We would be sitting around playing cards, playing bid whist and spades. And you know how you run the table on it? I said, oh, I got you now. You might as well come on. Say amen now. Come on. Amen goes right there. Yeah. And we just laugh and have the biggest time. I said, that's all right. You can laugh if you want to. But that's going to be my first #1 record.
Wow.
And none of us had no clue that I would even have an opportunity to record. Yes. You know, that was long before any songs or anything like that. And when Derek and I went away to write for the project, it was the last song that we wrote.
Oh, wow.
And he said to me, he said, listen, you've been talking about this Amen Goes right there for the last 25 or 30 years. Now, this is our last opportunity to work on this. What do you want to say? What do you actually want to say? What is it?
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, you know, it's a funny thing. We're the greatest nation in the world, but we don't have free health care for our citizens. And the homeless situation has gotten, completely out of hand.
Yes.
And I would love to address those two issues in particular. I said, you see people walking down the streets with their belongings and grocery carts, living under bridges. You see people being wheeled down the corridors of hospitals, on their way to surgery and all. And it was through a conversation with him and me sharing these things that the song was actually written.
Wow. It's a catchy tune. It's been in plays, of course. Your dear sister, Lydia Wright, featured it in her play. And you came and you did some acting. People, do you know Everett is an actor? Do people know that?
I'm going to say it one more time, just Jesus.
I love it. Everett, set up the last song. First of all, how can people get in touch with you? How can we find you?
You can always find me on Facebook. I'm Everett Drake. There's no E on the end of Everett. It's EVERETTDRAKE. On Twitter is at Everett Drake. On Instagram is MR_AGRT, as in amen goes right there.
All right. Yes. I was getting ready to ask you to sing. Did you know that? I do that. That's what I do.
And of course, I'm booked through J. Bender Entertainment, a young man here in Nashville, takes care of all of my arrangements and things. You can go to jbenderentertainment.com or reach out at jbendere@gmail.com. You can also call him 615-873-0646. Again, that's 615-873-0646. He'd be happy to have you. And Staffy, just let me say,
yes, please.
I want to, dispel some preconceived ideas that people may have. They seem to think we charge so much money because we're from television, but I promise you, I would love to come and share with you your worship services or concerts or whatever the case may be. And I am most affordable. I tell them all the time, I said, I'd rather work 10 days a month at $1,000 than one day a month at $3,000.
Yes.
It just makes good business sense to me.
Absolutely.
So I'm very affordable, and I'd love to come and share with you.
Yeah. And I must say, you all, that is absolutely the truth, because Everett was a guest at my church, and he just had the people rolling in the floor on just an old hymn. He just pulled something out the bag and just did an old hymn and just messed us up. And I am just super nice guy. First, let me appreciate you for that, because being in this industry and in this walk, I have met some terrors that have put the name gospel in front of their names. And I'm just going to keep it real. But I have to say, everybody, you deserve to be whatever, but you've chosen to be one of God's favorites. And I absolutely appreciate that. I thank you, Everett, for being here with me.
Thank you so much. And let me say thank you for all the people that would have had an opportunity to say thank you and just couldn't. I'm going to say thank you for them as well, because you've been a blessing to so many people. And keep on doing what you're doing, because you're blessing people that may never have an opportunity to say thank you.
Thank you.
And I love you.
I look
you
forward
too.
To meeting
you real soon.
Absolutely. Set this last song up that you sent me. Set that up for us, and we're going to go out with that. And guys, when we come back, I'm telling you, this girl that's standing by, Kyra from the Kyra Company, Kyra Hardwick, is here. Listen, get your pens and pencils out. She is just impeccable across the board. Everett, I hope you can just be listening, sticking around somewhere, because this girl got some info for us to just live by and to be successful by. Set this song up for me, my brother.
This next song is God Cares.
Yeah.
Many of us remember the song from years ago by evangelist Rosie Wallace out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, Staffy, the young people think I wrote this song as well, but Derek told me that every new artist must have a cover tune on their project. Yeah. And this was the song that we chose that voiced the sentiments of the songs that we had written. It's going to bless you. It's called God Cares.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody, please give a listen to my dear brother, Everett Drake from Nashville. Thank you, Everett. I love you, my brother. I love you.
But we don't have to worry. God's got it all in control. So just trust and know God cares, and He cares for you. in a mansion made of stone, in a shanty all alone. God cares. He cares. God cares for you. Whether black or white, all are precious in His sight. God cares. Oh yes, He cares for you. To the rich or poor, to the one in need, to the beggar man, or even to the thief, God cares. Yes, He does. God cares. He cares for you. He cares. Oh, He cares. God cares. Yes, He does. Oh, I know He cares. If you're motherless, God cares. You may be fatherless, He cares. God really cares for you. Now, if in your heart there is no song, because something in your life, something has gone wrong. God cares. Oh, I'm a witness. He cares. My God really cares for you. Oh, when there's no food on the table, oh God, He's still able. When you can't seem to pay your bill, just keep praying. You stay in His will. When trouble comes on every hand, trust in His word. You'll be able to stand. It is no secret what God can do. What He's done for us, He'll do the same thing for you. Whatever you're going through, He's got the way already made for you. Because God cares for you.
Testing.
You're
1,
on,
2, 3.
Staffy.
Hey, Hey, it's your girl, Staffy B, right here with the Just Faces show right here on Vent Radio. Tune in every Sunday from 10 p.m. till midnight where we face life victoriously. Listen, real life, real people, real issues. Sponsored by the Good Helper Heating and Cooling, Mr. Kip Fowler. Be here, be there.
Hello, my name is Kip Fowler, CEO of Good Helpers Heating, Cooling, and Labor Services. Kip Professional. Call us today for your free estimate on any furnace replacement, AC, boilers, water tank, and electrical. We also services for any.
We've got the band for you.
I'll offer discounts for rep commercial heating and cooling.
Detroit's live band since 1997.
Churches and nonprofit organization. Call us today to inquire
Specialize
about your
in
tax credits
music for all
and
ages.
also your home energy credits.
With more than 25 years of experience.
270-3600. Call today.
We
Good Helpers Heating and Cooling, where good help isn't hard to find.
Are you planning a corporate event? Special birthday, wedding celebration.
Want to be a guest on the Just Faces show? Then send your information to www.staffyb.com. And if you want to support this show, then cash up, $Staffy Blakely. And remember to face life victoriously.
Company, you don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
Sovereign Lord, you're in control of all things. Sovereign Lord, you're in control of all things. Sovereign Lord, you're in control. All things are in your hands. All things are in your hands. Sovereign Lord, you're in control of everything. Sovereign Lord,
You couldn't get on?
you're in control. Everything is in your hands. Everything is in your hands. Come on, say, Sovereign Lord, we give you control. Sovereign Lord, you're in control. Yes. Everything is in your hands. Everything is in your hands. Let your kingdom come. Reign. Let your will be done. Take control. Have your way. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Take control. Take control. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Sovereign Lord, you're everything to me. Everything from A to Z. Almighty, amazing, awesome, beautiful, blameless, comforter, compassionate,
All right, everybody. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Just Face It Show with your girl, Staffy B, right here on Vent Radio. That's right, that's right. Well, I'm running a little behind, but listen, at about 11:20-ish, something like that, I need for you to get your phones ready. 248-429-7224. She will be giving away something. I don't know what it's going to be. Don't you dare call me now. Don't you do it. At about 11:30, I'm going to put it there. 248-429-7224. We're going to take the 8th caller tonight, and we'll give you more information about that. Listen, I'm going to get right into this next interview. My goodness. Oh, listen, one thing about the Just Face It Show, we want to give you things to live by, things that will assist you in becoming victorious. That's what it's all about. Miss Kyra Hardwick, oh my goodness, who is proprietor, CEO of the Kyra Company, master business strategist, smart CEO, imagine excellence. She's an author. She's a speaker. She just is. And most importantly, she belongs to God. And there is just an anointing for what she does and how she and how she helps people become successful. Kyra, are you there?
Staffy, I'm here. Staffy. How are you?
There she is. She's out of Texas, you guys. I love it. What part of Texas, Kyra?
I'm in Houston. I've been here for 12 years. I am a Detroit native. Let's be very clear, but I am definitely a Houstonian now, 12 years in.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And you have not forgotten your roots here in Detroit, and we absolutely appreciate that. Listen, I gave about 15 titles for you, and and you're just a master at all of them. And I'm pulling a little bit from your bio. First of all, let's just get the people acclimated to what you do. Talk to us.
Yes, sure. First of all, I'm so excited to be back on with you.
Yes.
I think maybe this is our third, conversation about so many different things. But I'll say this. So at the core of what I do, I'm God's girl. I am one of his. I'm one of his favorites, as they say. And but I'm a business strategist. I really love the fact that God's chosen me and given me the gift of helping bring people's visions to life. So I really do bring visions to life. I carry dreams all the way through to fruition. So if you're a dreaming business owner, if you're in business and you're really trying to grow your business forward, I am and my firm, we're dedicated to making sure that you have what you need. And so I'm in the operations space. I live in the dirty side of the business. That's where the people and the processes happen to make sure your money flows. So we're doing the things, the hard work that a lot of people don't want to do, but are necessary in order to make it grow and make it go. I just heard your first guest tonight, Everett, talking about independent artists and the importance of understanding and ownership in business. And that is the biggest piece. I have a heart for creatives. I want them to understand the core and the essence of why business matters, and not only their brilliance and their genius, but they need to be able to bring it to the table. And, I've sat at the table with some artists, and it's a painful conversation at times when you realize that it's really a tough road. So I'm not going to go down that path, but I'm just going to say, for people that are really working to bring their visions to life, that is what it is. I'm an advocate for the dreamer. I'm an advocate for those that are transitioning over from corporate America. I was 15 years plus in corporate America, and moving into entrepreneurship. Carrying so many different titles at that time. But it was so important to understand that just like me, there are so many other people that wanted to leap out there and maybe did some hard work. That's what Imagine Excellence is. That's our nonprofit.
Okay.
I believe in serving community and all that. Just trying to really give the best picture of what we do, because there's so many different ways to look at it, but from the community to the business, the community serving our youth and our families proper, and then serving businesses in the nonprofit, in the in the small and mid-sized space.
Yeah.
It is so important. That is the backbone of America. Our economy rests on small businesses.
Oh, yeah.
And we have staked our claim and really put our footprint is growing and serving businesses that are sustainable, making sure we stick around. So no nonsense when it comes to getting that strategy into your business and getting it done. But we love to enjoy the process and really grow the people. We want you to grow as an owner and not just, have a business, not just have a logo. I am the wrong firm for that. We are here to make sure that if you're in business, you want to make money, you want to serve people, and you really want to continue that cycle over and over again. And that's what we do at the Kyra Company. And so that's a little bit about what I do. That's some of the stuff.
That's a lot, Kyra. That's a lot. You've done so much since the few years. You've increased. You've grown since the last couple of years that you and I talked. And one thing that I remember that we talked about is that you can take my craziest idea and help bring it into something. And I think I mentioned something about taking a peanut butter sandwich or something. I can't remember. It was something crazy. What is the creative process between you and the people? If I bring you something crazy, I want to put peanut butter on all spoons, what would you say to me? Because people like to dip with the spoon.
The first thing I want to know is why. And if your why is not strong enough, we're going to stop there and figure out whether or not you're on the right track. I think the secret sauce is really that I can live in both worlds. I'm both creative and strategic, and that is, I know, a gift to be able to think methodically about method and to also understand what it takes to really build a dream big. And so I encourage dreamers, business owners, literally, regardless of where you are on this path, I encourage you to go as big as you can. Because the smallest thing can make the biggest difference. And so you never know what that big tick is going to be in your business. I'll tell you this, Staffy, the way it happened for me is I was sitting at coffee with a friend, and I was just helping her with something she was working on. We're having coffee, we're talking. She said, "Hey, Kyra, this is something I'm working on. What do you think? Can you help me with this?" And I pulled out my notepad. I was groomed by some silver fox professionals, Black women in corporate America, and they said, "Don't you ever go anywhere without a pen and a pad." And to this day, I keep one in my purse. And we were sitting at the coffee table in a coffee shop, and before I knew it, I created this, the strategy, this implementation plan for her. And she looked at me and she said, "I've been trying to do this for years, and you just sat here in like 20 minutes and mapped the entire thing out. How is that possible?" And I said, "Well, this is just what I do," and we were talking it through, and she said, "You have to do this for a living." And that's really how we started playing with the idea of the Kyra Company even coming to life. And I'm using myself as an example of what it takes to put, peanut butter on all spoons. Yeah. But Staffy, you couldn't have told me, when I lost my job in March of 2000, I don't even know, 14, that by December 15th of 2015, I would have launched a firm, that I would have made my salary in 4 months, that I would have done all of the things, hired people, created jobs, touched hundreds of businesses. I'm a ghost behind hundreds of businesses, and now my team is a ghost behind hundreds of businesses.
Now, what do you mean by ghost? What do you mean by ghost?
We're part of the operations. We're not on the front. We're not serving the customer. We're a ghost. We are behind the scenes, making sure that those businesses are stood up well. We're letting those CEOs cry on our shoulder. They're telling us their weaknesses, and we're strengthening them where they're weak, and we're helping them understand the power of their vision and their dream, really fueling them behind the scenes. We sat in some tough rooms and had to, do some negotiations for some CEOs with their boards. We've sat in some rooms to tell some leaders, "You're not cutting the mustard. What are you going to do? Here are the areas you need to focus on." And that's on the corporate side. And then we've been in spaces with small business owners where they're like, listen, I don't know how we're going to make it, the next month.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, let's get in the room and put a strategy together. And before you know it, they're like, listen, it's no way possible, but it happened. I looked at my numbers. First of all, I know my numbers. I know where to go get my numbers. I know how to manage my inventory.
Yeah.
And we made 7 times the revenue than we made the year before because you showed us how.
Wow.
And so that's what I mean. It's the backside. We're the ghost. And it's because we want them to win.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and I know we say this in church, if you never call my name, I just want you to know. No, I really mean that. At the end of the day, if your business is standing and we know we were behind your organization, that's all we need. That's the
call.
Goal of this thing.
Yeah, that's now what has been your challenge as a Black woman? Because I'm sure you haven't. It hasn't all been easy. Being a sister that knows as much as you know. I mean, and they're, our counterparts not wanting to trust your process and what you've experienced. What has been your challenge as a Black woman, and what would you say? How would you help?
I can say, I think it's been traditional. It's been a traditional challenge from corporate America, having been sometimes the only one. And even moving from the Midwest to the South was a little different because I have a different rigor about myself. I move a little different. I may speak a little quicker. And a lot of the rooms I was in were challenged at times because I understood the business. And a lot of that was, I got a lot of pushback. And quite frankly, at the end of the day, I know that's the reason why I lost the job that I had in corporate America. And it was really because I refused to be unethical. I refused to not call out the issues. And, in the nicest possible politically correct way they would do it, but at the end of the day, what the deal is. And so I'll say I face those same things as an entrepreneur. The difference is that I have much more autonomy in how I do business and to whom and with whom I do business with. So I'm not faced with some of those challenges smack on. They're behind the scenes. There are supplier diversity issues that we face on a consistent basis. There are the inequities for women in business, period. The numbers. Yeah. You can put us up against our male counterparts as a whole. You can put us up against our white counterparts as a whole. The numbers, the disparity is there. We're, the average, I want to say it's about $67,000 the average Black female entrepreneur makes this to our white counterpart. Don't quote me on this, but it's upwards of $140,000 in a year. Then what's the difference?
Yeah.
Because my brain works just like theirs does. My ability to connect and engage works the same way. What's the difference? A matter of fact, I'd barter to say that we've been challenged as a people to work even harder. And so we've had to always show up on another level.
Always.
And so that's been our challenge.
Yes.
And so I think we face the same things, but I'll say this, we can always create solutions. And so I'm not the one to bring a problem to the table and there's not a solution right behind it. And, some colleagues and I have gotten together and really talked about what it takes to collaborate from a Black woman standpoint, Black woman-led business standpoint, and really drive that. And so, Staffy, recently, you've probably seen a little sprinkle here and there, and I'll be very, very, very delicate with what I share. But, I've gotten together with some amazing Black women that have shattered glass ceilings of their own. And together, we're really going to kick the doors down because we understand that the diversity numbers matter.
Yes.
And the diversity numbers matter not only in traditional business, in technology, in innovation, in the people space, and they impact all of us. And so we are not holding back and really coming forward with an amazing organization to really bring that forward. So we're answering some of the issues, Staffy, but we're willing to fight the fight. That is the key.
I gotta ask you this because I'm having a real problem with I'm just going to keep it real with our Black-owned businesses. I've had interaction, especially during the pandemic. I set out to really support because I knew, things were happening. And just the return, the professionalism just was not there. What are we doing wrong? What is the problem?
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know if you can see me, but Staffy, I'm still sparkling. I just left an event
I
celebrating.
see. You look beautiful.
And I was there because a friend asked me to show. And then while I was there, I always pay attention to the operations, the function. How are people engaging? What's really going on? What's the system happening around me? And I'm gonna just tell you like this. It's a standard. And until you require the standard of excellence at all costs, you're going to still have mediocrity. I mean, mediocrity is going to continue to show up. What are you there for? Why are you doing what you're doing? If you're chasing the dollar, it will show. If you're serving, it's going to show. That's where the difference is. The service component is what makes the difference in the quality that you deliver to your customer.
Yeah.
And we'll take that to the bank, because I can sell you an idea and chase your dollar and try to charge you top dollar for mediocrity. I'm going to sell you one time. You're going to buy it one time because it's shiny and it looks good.
Absolutely.
But that next turn, I'm not going to get those next 3, 4, 5 sales, and I'm not going to get your referral. So not only will I have a short run and charge you this premium and be, look like I'm made of money.
Yeah.
It's false. And so we're living under a false pretense that you can really just go out there and start a business and not have to care about the people and the quality. One of the comments I hate, if you can hate something, this is one thing. I try to support Black businesses.
Yeah.
When I hear that, I just cringe because I feel like that is such a slap in our faces, and it's typically us saying it, right?
Yeah.
I try to support. No, go support. They need help, refer them to someone. If you know, I can't tell you how many people will say, "Oh, Kyra, I went to such and such company and I left your business card." They need you because they understood that there was a solution. And so I think that's the better thing to do. When we know it's terrible, but we have been there.
Yeah.
We had an event, and we had a support Black Business Tuesday during, the
It's happening here this weekend right now. Yeah. It's going on this weekend right now. Yeah.
It's happening. And I went to the business, Staffy, to buy from them. I drove probably 30 minutes out of my way. I pull up and the lady says outside, if you want to place an order, we close the kitchen at 4:30. We can't take your order. Listen, lady, today is support a Black business, and I came to the burger joint in the city that I knew could serve me.
Yeah.
My whole family is in my truck. You gonna tell me you don't want all these orders? How dare you?
Wow.
And I don't know if they understood the magnitude. What's the standard? I'm a new customer, and I have a voice, and I'll share it if it's good.
Absolutely. And see, I think that goes back, Kyra, to me having an idea for a great business, because they probably were the best burgers ever, but I don't have any business savvy.
Yes.
And I think we jump and we find a shop, we find a building, and we put Staffy's Best Burgers on there. And, I got my mom in the kitchen, and I'm on the front desk, and my son who don't really want to be there. Nobody takes the time to really go and learn about what to do for this business. I want to ask you, because I pulled from your information, why is it necessary for us to cultivate alliances and resources internally and externally?
You just named them all. Because we need help.
Okay.
We can't we're not an island.
Yeah.
And we need help. And the smart CEO community is designed for people, for an individual smart enough to raise their hand and say, I need help here. It doesn't mean I don't know how to do something or do what I've been called to. It means I need support to bring it forward. We all do.
Yes.
You can't. Today couldn't happen. If let's just deal with your household. If my kids hadn't done what they were supposed to do, if my son wasn't playing quietly on his video game in his room, the noise would overflow. If your team's not working with you, if you don't have allies, out there, you can't do this. You cannot grow by yourself. You will stay at or under $70,000, which is the average amount for a small business annually. You will stay there. And some are scraping to make that.
Wow.
And that is not okay.
Yeah.
It's not okay. If you're going to play with the big boys, I call it popping a tent. Remember, I'm from Detroit.
Yeah.
And so we would get Valentine's Day would come and they'd be on the corner, right, with the roses. Easter would come, they'd be on the corner with the baskets. Popping a tent. I have no infrastructure. I have no plans to win. I want this money today, and that's it.
Wow.
And that is not okay. You're going to look like that in every way. You're, putting your family in the business is great, but do they have the skill? Do they have a job description? Do they understand their role? We take it very seriously. I love my family.
Yes, absolutely.
We can't all work at the Kyra company. It's just not a go.
Exactly.
They're not a good fit.
Wow. Absolutely.
And I have amazing siblings. I have amazing family, but they don't work for me. It's just not a good fit.
It's probably wise.
Steph, I think we make concessions because we're trying to take a route that we think is easy, or we want to include everyone.
Yeah.
If this is your assignment, go.
Mm-hmm.
And the folks that are assigned to you will show up.
Oh yeah.
I started this by myself I should say with my family, but I started this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then my team came, my team grew, you know?
Yes.
But
yes.
I had to follow what God said every step. So don't be afraid of it. If it's yours,
Mm-hmm.
it'll show up.
Mm-hmm. Now let me
It'll
ask you
show
this, Kyra. We're just about out of time. Is the customer always right still appropriate today? Is that still the customer is always right? What do you think? Is that still appropriate today?
Oh, Staffy, no, the customer's not always right. But you don't have to tell them they're not always right.
Right.
But they're not always right. So there's a way, there's a finesse, there's a bit of an essential, kind of delivery you can bring to them and say, here's another opportunity for us to correct this for you. What are your thoughts about this? There's a collaborative way to do it. But I think you should always lean. I just had this conversation earlier today. It's so funny. You can always lean in there with love and deliver a message that's going to help somebody think about what you're experiencing with them. And that'll lower the threat. It'll bring the tones down. It'll get them into a place where they understand. So what your goal is to get an understanding with your customer. Because if your customer is complaining, now I will say this, if your customer is complaining, there is a problem. It is your responsibility to find out where the problem is. It could be a communication gap. It could be bad information on your website. It could be just a miscommunication in a sale. You could be missing a comma somewhere.
Yes.
It could be that simple. So you do need to figure out where the problem is, and don't be afraid to fix it. And don't be afraid to fall on the sword and actually sacrifice that moment so you can save that customer. I believe in that all the time. I will always lean in for my customers, but I will always seek to understand. And if it's not right, in air quotes, I definitely will help them understand the right expectation. But I don't fight to be right. I fight to be understood. And that's the goal when I'm servicing my customers.
That's wonderful. I don't fight to be right. I fight to be good. I love it. I absolutely love that. And that makes for a great business. I hope I do have some people that are watching that are potential business owners and that have just some crazy ideas and some really good ones. And, who knew we could twist up some wire and come up with a paperclip that is still viable. The offices can't live almost without a paperclip. Who knew?
Right.
Who knew?
Right.
Listen.
Thousands.
by the thousands. Listen, if someone wants to get in touch with you, Kyra, and they got an idea, first of all, I know in the pandemic maybe some things have changed for you, and I know you were doing some annual events. What has it been like, and how has the pandemic affected you?
Oh my gosh, the pandemic almost took us out. We lost about 50% of our client roster, but we got smart and maintained our communities, and we served. And so we really were revitalized by the micro small businesses, the folks that were really looking to, this is the time I can start working on my dream. So we have a program for small business owners where you're coming in as a solopreneur, and that's called the CEO Performance Manager. So we can roll you right in and get your business produced in about 6 months and get you fully loaded and in the market making money in your business. So we really leveraged our business platform. So the goal in business is to always be diversified. There's not just one way to do business with us. There are several different ways. And so we just really had to roll out new ways to do it and then staying visible. But if they want to catch up with us and connect with us, you can always go to the Kyra Company website. You can submit a contact form. You can request a consultation, and I will call you back. I will set your consultation up, or I should say your consultation will be set up with me.
Yeah.
I will always try to do that first consult with all of our new customers. That's just one of my commitments. As long as I can. Until I can't.
Right.
But I will.
Absolutely.
That's one thing.
Yeah. Go ahead, honey.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. Definitely. And click around. There's all kinds of good stuff. Free information, resources, free ebooks for you. But definitely, if you want to connect with us, all of our social media, the Kyra Company, Kyra Hardwick. You may see me out there as Kyra Rennell. You try to figure out what that personal brand is going to be like, and Kyra Rennell is the personal brand we're rolling with. But you can catch us on all of it. We respond. We are here. Our actual office number is on the website. You can call us. We're an accessible business consulting firm. We want you to win. We want you to get what you need. And we service companies all over the nation. So we may be in Houston, but we're everywhere. And so we're excited to serve you. My team and I will certainly do you well and help you bring your vision to life. And not only that, help you grow where you are. We have a special love for growth businesses and growth mode. And we get you through that bell curve and shooting off like a rocket, so that we can make sure that your business is really doing what it's supposed to do. We have some beautiful stories. If you follow any of our pages, you'll be able to see some of the client work that's out there. Our clients, share it with us. And so we share it again. And so get in the Smart CEO community. There's a private community on Facebook. Come join us. It's no cost. It's all the free information you can get. I'm in there every Thursday morning, sharing with you all. It is just our way of making sure that we are building business owners strong, and that they know they have a reliable space to come and play. Because real life happens, Staffy, and we don't cover or sugarcoat that. Real life happens, and we live real life. We have families. We've gone through COVID. We've experienced the challenge and the tragedy. But I will tell you this: I attended a funeral yesterday. My cousin's husband passed away, and it was one of the most beautiful expressions I'd ever seen of life. And if nothing else, a funeral obviously helps you kind of realign with what the purpose of life is. But one of the things that I took away from that, and I started to say, and I think, it happens as you get older, and I'm like, Lord, what will it be? And what will people say when it's my turn? And when I was in my rearview mirror looking, and I saw all those cars in that processional, and I thought, what a beautiful way to say, this man made such an impact on my life, and he made a difference. And I think you want to make sure that you're doing your work now, and you're sowing those good seeds now. You guys, I think we've got all the reasons why we have challenges, and all the issues that could come up for every one of us. But I think if you could find it in your heart just to push a little harder, to try a little harder, and to really just extend love a little bit more, you will find that the grace and the favor that you are entitled to will come to you. And I'm saying you're entitled to it because all you have to do is open up for it. And then as long as you block it, it's not there. But if you open up for it, it'll come. And I want us to understand that it's that simple. And I'm not going to preach or anything, but I just want us to understand that, before we take the little things for granted, because we can. And I feel like I've been talking a lot. You're revving me up, Staffy.
I know. Because this is what you do. Yes, this is what you do, girl. And see, we want, if we that are, and I'm still got some stuff on the fence, and we talked about it some years ago. But I want somebody that's as passionate about what I'm doing as you are. I don't want anybody saying, well, that peanut butter on the spoon, I would love for someone to be able to sit and talk with me and help me see the pros and cons of my idea, my business idea. My son has some wonderful ideas, and he just thinks he's going to start it and sit at home. I say, no, sir. You're going to have to really do some work once you get this business going. And so tell me the one thing, and we're going to go, the one thing that you would love for us as a community, and I'm talking about our African-American community, because I only see barbecue places, Kyra, for the most part, or someplace where we can eat. Just talk to us as a community what we really need to do to become successful, because we're finally getting a seat at the table. And I don't want us to blow it.
Yes, we're here. And the one thing, I'm going to veer away from the one thing I always say. I'm going to say this. The one thing is educate yourself. Don't think that what you know is enough. It's enough to get started, but it's not enough to keep you. And so I'm going to just say, educate yourself. Read all you can. There are a million videos if reading's not your thing. Get into some free classes. Right now, my people, is the time to take the risks. It is also the time to apply for funding. It is also the time for you to collaborate with other people. But you need to study, do your homework so that you understand what you're getting into. But now is the time. If you pay attention to seasons, this is a season. We are in a season of growth and harvest. And if you're not in the season of growth and harvest, then you probably should take a look at what you've been doing and what's draining you. Because right now is that time. So I want us to be in a place where we don't take this moment for granted. Slow down and pay attention to what's available to you. There are so many resources out there for minorities, for women, for men, different scenarios based on your background. please take advantage of what is available. If you don't know, call us. We will help you. We will guide you. We're not experts on the resources, but we do have access because we've taken the time to build a community. We have access to SBA liaisons. We can get you what you need, but you have to connect. Don't sit on it. Yes. Do not sit on it. I'm going to say that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Do not sit on it. We're saying we're here. DMs, Messenger, you have the phone number, email, send a letter, a card, we get the mail too. Whatever. Access us. You have access. So there's no excuse. And there's more of me. There are more people like me, and I know who they are. We'll connect you all. We're all here to serve. Wow. There are many of us that want to do that work. I'm real serious about that. I don't want us sitting down on this thing. I've watched too many people be successful because they tried, and they weren't even as good as the last person. But all they did was try. Yeah. So if you just try, and start by reading, start by listening, start by learning. Somebody else knows that one more thing that's going to push you over the top, that one degree you need to make it to the next level. Wow. Somebody knows it.
I love it.
And if you take some time, it's there for you.
Just take the time. Yeah. And let me tell you, everybody, Kyra from the Kyra Company has just made it as plain as can be. She is available to you. Do you hear me when I say? She can help you get your dream. Stop dreaming. Wake up. Stop dreaming. And it's time to get the vision out there and to make it come to pass. The dream is over. You've been dreaming for 150 years. The dream is over. Now it's time for you to wake up. I've got Kyra here who is just passionate. I don't know if you guys could tell. She's passionate. She's passionate about what she does. And I want those of you with businesses, to contact Kyra. Just go to the KyraCompany.com. Is that right?
Yes, the KYRACompany.com, Kyra Company.
And she said you can reach me by boat, train, plane, car, send a bird, send a dove, send something her way, and she's standing by to assist you. And let me tell you, I'm telling y'all, this is the time for us. We've been preaching, Kyra, the wealth of the wicked. Come on now.
Listen.
Well, my goodness, when are we going to get that?
I'm coming for all of it. 40 acres and a mule, the wealth of the wicked, all of it.
Keep going. Yeah, all of it. All of it. I want what grandmama had tied up in her bosom. I want it all. And it's available to us. My dear, my sweet girl, thank you so much. And you have a standing invite as always here. Those of you who are watching, contact her. Let her know that you heard her on the Vent Radio on the Just Face It show with Staffy B. Let her know. And go to the Kyra Company. Go to her page right now and watch testimonials and just see what she's doing. She's also award-winning. I saw you walk on the red carpet, a year ago?
Yes, I am actually. The Houston Business Journal awarded our company Woman to Watch last year, and also a Pinnacle Award winner, which is the Greater Houston Black Chamber, which is like the Grammys in Houston of small business. And so we walked away with the Pinnacle last year, and we're very active in our chamber. So get connected, you guys. There's so much access.
Yes, come on, girl.
There's so much.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I appreciate you taking this time. My show is late night, and thank you so much for running in from your wonderful event. I see you sparkling and shining and stuff. Thank you so much for running in to be with little old me, and we're going to kick us up a notch too, girl. I'm calling because this time, I'm on the other side of 50 for real, for real. Ooh.
Let's do it. I'm ready for you.
Yes, absolutely. So I'll be contacting you. To those of you who are watching, and please go to the KyraCompany.com. Go and visit her page, www.thekyracompany.com. And she's giving you instructions. Go and contact her and just talk about your most wildest dream, and she's going to help you reel it in. Thank you, Kyra.
My pleasure. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you. We got to come back once the tech firm is ready to go so we can give you all the tea.
Oh, yes. Please, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Do that. Everybody, master business strategist, smart CEO, Imagine Excellence, author and speaker, Miss Kyra Hardwick. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you. Till we meet again. All right, everybody. We can ready to go to a commercial. And when we come back, I'm going to give you something away. I'm going to give something away. The number here is 248-429-7224. I got something to give you. All right. Come on, April. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Kip Fowler, CEO of Good Helpers Labor Services. Kip, keeping it professional. Call us today for your free estimate on any furnace replacement, AC, boilers, water tank, or even electrical. We also offer labor services for any cleanouts or any kind of labor service jobs that may be needed.
We now offer new construction discounts for residential and commercial heating and cooling HVAC installations. Discounted services for churches and nonprofit organizations. Call us today to inquire about your tax credits and also your home energy credits on any of these installations.
Remember, call 313-270-3600. Call today.
Thank you for calling Good Helpers Heating and Cooling, where good help isn't hard to find. This is Samantha. How may I help you?
The Just Face It Show with Staffy B, where we face life victoriously. Real life, real people, real issues.
Just face it. Facing life victoriously. Jesus, you and me. Just face it. Facing life victoriously. With Staffy B. Why do you pray if you're gonna work?
All right, everybody. Lydia Wright, Pastor Lydia Wright Hamilton at the mic right now. Give time. I want you to call me here at 248-429-7224. In about 10 minutes, we're going to start our giveaways. Caller number 8. I got a little something for you. 248-429-7224. Right after this song is when the calls ought to start going. So pay attention.
Just give time. We've been made to for a night. Joy's coming in the morning light. Just you hold on and be strong. Oh, he may not come when you want him, but I believe it won't be long. Just give time. Sometime. Oh, wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Be of good courage. They shall mount up on wings. He shall strengthen thine heart, and you will fly. If you just don't get weary, and well too. Keep on doing what you're doing. Just give time. Give it a little time. Sometime. There is a time for everything. And for everything, there is a season. It will speak and shall not lie. If you give it, give it, give it, give it, give it, give it some life. Yeah, yeah. Gonna take a little time, but wait on the promise. It's gonna manifest itself. Yes, it will. Give time. Remember, there's a reason for the season you're in. So let patience.
Hey, caller, are you there? Welcome to the Just Face It show. Hey, who's calling? Hello? You there? I can't hear you.
Hey, caller, are you there? Welcome to the Just Face It show.
That phone up.
In the meantime, you gotta wait on time. He's gonna do exceedingly, abundantly,
Hey, caller, welcome to the Just Face It show. Who's calling?
Bernadette Butler.
Who is this?
Bernadette Butler.
Bernadette, you called me too soon, sister.
Oh, okay.
I love you. Try it again.
Love you too.
Try it again.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
That's right, Pat. Yeah.
I couldn't speak, but I believe, and I gave that time. What's gonna be? Now I see.
Welcome back to the Just Face It show. Yes, we're winding down. I'm almost out of time. Got about another 24 minutes to go here on the Just Face It show with Staffy B, where we face life, yes, victoriously. Yes, yes. I am going to open up the phone lines for you. Bernadette Butler, girl, you was too soon. You was too soon. I told her to call back. The number is 248-429-7224. In the way of business, I do want to, by the way, you have to have a Cash App to play. You have to have a Cash App, because I'm not going to mail it, drop it off. I'm not going to do any of that. You're going to get it immediately. And so you have to have a Cash App to play. So right after I read this, you can start your calls, and we're going to be playing some music in between that. Listen, tear up your to-do list. Now, I got this little piece since we were on business from a guy that says he stole some things from people who were more successful than him. He says, tear up your to-do list. He says, here's an important piece of advice. Success is never achieved by the person who does the most things every day. Instead, success is always achieved by the person who does what is the most important every day. Yes, that makes some sense, doesn't it? This is why to-do lists can oftentimes do more harm than good. Why? Because a to-do list is essentially everything you think you need to do, not everything you ought to do. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It may feel good to check off a lot of small, unimportant tasks from your to-do list, but a to-do list tends to just obscure what's really important. So, what do you need to do instead of a to-do list? You need a success list. Oh, that's so good. Come on, give me some music. I need to hear from you. We got about 20 minutes left on the show, you guys. 248-429-7224. I'm looking for caller number 8. One caller has called, so 7 more of you need to call me here. Hello? Is it a caller there? Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Who's calling?
Hello, it's Lena.
Hey, Lena. Try it again, my dear. You're calling number 2. I'm sorry. Just keep trying, Lena.
Okay.
One more again, girl. All right, we're going back to some more great music. I'm going to be answering the phone. 248-429-7224. Praise God for my sponsor. My sponsor, Kip Fowler with the Good Helpers, Heating and Cooling. God bless him. Do I have another
If you
call?
don't have control of your
Okay, come on. Here we go. We're getting ready to go. Okay. Keep in mind, everybody, that you can listen to me every Sunday night here from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. I am looking for those of you that want to be on the Just Face It show. I am here to encourage and empower you right here on Empower Sunday. All right, give me a call, 248-429-7224. Come on. I'm looking for 5 more of you. I'm looking for caller number 8. Where are you?
So lift up your hands, all ye gates, so we can come on in. You say, come on in. Who is this King of Glory? Who is this King of Glory? The Lord God strong and mighty. Lord God strong and mighty. He's the Lord God mighty in battle. Lord God mighty in battle. There's no one else like Him. So lift up your heads, all ye gates, so He can. Come on in. So when I was younger, Grandma used to sing it like this. Listen. Come by here, my Lord. Come by here. Come by here, my Lord. Come by here. Come by here, my Lord. Come by here, oh Lord. Come by here. You say, come by here, my Lord. Come on, I tell you to wave your hands and say, come by here, Lord. We need to stop right here, Jesus. Say, oh Lord. We're crying out, oh Lord, yes we are. Father, with our sweet sounds, we're crying out. Come by here, Lord. Clap your hands.
Are y'all scared to call me? Call me here at 248-429-7224. What's wrong with you? I'm trying to give you a blessing. 248-429-7224. Give me a call. Hey, caller. Welcome to Just Face It. Who's calling? Hi, sweet baby. Guess what? You're caller number 3. Call me back. Try it again. Caller number 3. Bye-bye. Call again. Come on, everybody. I'm looking for caller number 8. Where are you? 248. I can't believe it. 429-7224. Oh, I hear you, Lena. You being strategic. Come on. Come on. I can't believe it. Put your hands together. Where you at? Come. 248. We going out. We crossing over. 248-429-7224. Hi, caller. Are you there? Is it you again? Who is this calling? Aiden. Try it one more time. Aiden, you're number 4. I think that's number 4. Come on. I'm looking for caller number 8. I can't believe y'all this slow. I'm trying to give you some cash. Call me back, Aiden. She just hang up and call right back. 248-429-7224. Y'all don't believe I'm going to give her, do you? That was Kevin Stewart right here. Listen, you always pass failure.
We braided her hair about 30
on the
days.
way to success. Keep that in mind. You always pass failure on your way to success. So don't worry about what you weren't good in. You're on your way somewhere. Pass failure. Keep it moving, baby. Keep it moving. Only surround yourself with people who will lift you up higher. Stop hanging out with folk who mean you no good. Come on, give me something, play me something. I don't know where we're going, but I'm just trying to get some folks to call me. Aiden is the only one calling me. 248-429-7224. Give me a call. I've only had 4 of you to call. Y'all don't want no cash? Are you kidding me? Ain't that cheap, but I believe God is going to press it down, shake it together, and run it over. Come on, caller. 248-429-7224. I think I got a caller. Yeah. Hey, caller, are you there? Aiden, you the smartest caller I got. You're caller number 5, Aiden. Try it again, Aiden. Keep trying, Aiden. Keep calling. All right, bye, Aiden. Aiden is the only one. Aiden is the only one. Keep calling, Aiden. I got a feeling he's going to be my winner tonight. 3 more of you need to try it.
Come on, and that's all we're singing right there. I want y'all to sing it with me. I am what I am by His grace. Yeah, I'm still here today. Yes, by His grace. Sing, I am not ashamed. I am not ashamed. Without Him, I can't make it. I am what I am, and we say, I will look.
Caller, are you there?
Yes.
Welcome to the Just Face It Show. Who is calling?
Shania.
Shania. You already know. Bye, Shania. Caller number. $1 is $1, ain't it? Bye, Shania. That's my 5th caller. Come on. How many more I got to go? 3 more. Where are you? 248-429-7224.
Look left and don't look right, but look to God. Oh, I will, where the help comes from. Yeah, I'll look until your work is done. Hey, just keep your eyes on Him. Hey, not on your trouble. Hey, don't look left and don't look right, but look to God. Don't have to worry, you don't have to fear. The enemy thought.
Hey, caller, are you there? Who's calling the Just Face It Show with Staffy B? Who's calling?
This is Lovely Lynn.
Lovely Lynn. You're caller number 6, Lynn.
Okay.
Call me back, girl. Love you. Thank you
Okay.
for listening.
Somebody ought to look at God. Don't look to the left.
8-429-248-429-7224. 2 more people. Come on, where are you? Hey, caller, are you there? Welcome to the Just Face It Show. Who's calling?
Staffy B, what's up?
What's up? Who is this?
This is Earl.
Earl. Almost, Earl. You're caller number 7. Earl, if you hang up real quick and push that redial, you can get it, Earl. He hung up. I'm looking for caller number 8. The next caller will be my winner. 248-429-724. Look at God. Look at him. Look at him. Everybody, that was LeBron Brinkley. We know those wonderful Brinkley singers. That is the son of Derek and Celeste Brinkley, Pastor Derek. We know him. Oh my God, singer extraordinaire, and they have just passed those genes down. It's a whole bunch of Brinkleys, and all of them, you hear me? Every last one of them can sing. We're going to get them on the show real soon. I cannot believe that my phone is not blowing up. Well, I'm going to just keep encouraging you. Listen, in every day, there are 1,440 minutes. That's how many chances you have to make an impact. You got 1,440 opportunities to make an impact on somebody else's life. Do you hear me? I'm looking for caller number 8 right now, and the phone is not ringing. Listen, it's your life, so guess what? Live it well. Do we have a caller? Nope. I cannot believe it. Let's go back to some more great music. Until you guys call, we're winding it down here. It is my engineer's pick. That's how we're doing it. 248-429-7224. My next caller, you got to have a Cash App, and I'm going to be a blessing to you. Try it again, lovely man. I'm sorry.
We're going to praise through this thing. If you want it, you can have it. If you need it, you can have it. It's yours. It's yours. Look at your neighbor and tell him, if you want it, you can have it. If you need it, you can have it. It's yours. It's yours. Show me how you're gonna have it. Hey, if you want it, you can have it. If you need it, you can have it.
Hello, this is the Just Face It show. Who am I talking to? I can't hear you. Is this Aiden? Aiden, you're my winner tonight. Yay! That's what I'm talking about. That's baby Aiden, everybody. And Aiden has a story. I know baby Aiden. He doesn't like you to call him baby. He's a big boy. But Aiden, you are my winner. And tonight, you are the recipient of $100. You just need to give me your cash app. What? You got $100 coming your way, Aiden. Bless God. Bless God. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Aiden, what is your cash app? Can we have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do I have to decide if I get $100, do I get the birthday present?
Absolutely, Aiden. Absolutely. You can do whatever you want to do with this money. It's all yours. Tell Grandma to give you your cash app. What is your cash app?
Sunny Day 1.
Okay. Sunny Day 1. DAY 1. Let me tell you all a story. Listen, this is what I want you all to do. The Just Face It show is blessing Aiden with $100. But let me tell you a little bit. I got a few minutes since I have Aiden on my phone. Aiden is beating cancer. Aiden is 4 years old. Is he 4?
5.
5 years old, and Aiden is beating cancer. Y'all hear me? He was diagnosed with leukemia a year and some ago, and he is beating it. Listen, if you want to be an additional blessing to this baby, I am watching God move. Listen, his parents got doctor bills and things of that nature. The Just Face It show just blessed him, but he worked for this. He worked for this $100. Listen, if you want to be a blessing to Aiden, cash app $Sunny Day, SONNIEDAY 1. I want us to be a blessing to this baby, and we're gonna watch God move. His grandmother, we know her as a renowned artist in her own right, Sunny Day. Please follow Aiden. He has his own page, Aiden, AIDEN, Aiden Beats Cancer, ABC. It's as simple as that, and God is just doing some wonderful things. I would love for you all to send a donation. Stop being so cheap out there. Stop being so cheap and send this baby something. But because I decree and declare, we're going to see God, the healing hand of God on this baby's life. And the Just Face It show is blessing him. He worked for it, though. $Sunny Day, SONNIE 1. So those of you who called, thank you so much. And next time will be your time. But let's be a blessing. You know, I saw another show blessing some people. And I think the Just Face It show is good ground to sow into. It is not coming to me. It is not. You're going to see the Cash App, the money go right to him right away. And they're going to post it so that you can see it. This is not a joke. I ask God to be able to give. And that's what we're doing. All right. So those of you that want, that will, $Sunny Day 1. $Sunny Day 1. God bless you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You deserve it. You deserve it. All right, everybody. I am just about out of time. I am just about out of time, but I am so happy that Aiden was the winner. I love all the rest of you as well. Listen, that's the platform that we have here. I don't know what it's going to be every week. I don't know what the prize will be. Not the prize, but the blessing will be for you every week. But just know, here on the Just Face It show, I ask God if I could be a blessing to his people, and he is allowing that. If you want to be a sponsor for this show, that's how we're making this happen. If you want to be a sponsor on this show, just DM me and we can talk about it and we can make some things happen for the people of God. I love you guys. Just take me out with some music, and I'm just going to encourage you all out there. Listen, the Kyra company gave us great information to live by. Go and support my dear brother Everett Drake. His brand new CD is out, and I want you to support my guest here, and keep this in mind. Let your dreams be bigger than your fears, your actions louder than your words, and your faith stronger than your feelings. Listen, I am super duper happy that you sat in with me. Listen, please, ma'ams and please, sirs, I want you to support that young man, Aiden Beats Cancer. I want you to support him, okay? $ Sunny Day 1. Let's be a blessing to him. I think the Just Face It show kicked it off. Let's be a blessing to Aiden. Put in your comment box when you send it for Aiden, and his grandmother will make sure that he gets it. $ Sunny Day 1. All right, I love you guys. And until next week, I love you, and ain't a thing, can I say it like that? Ain't a thing you can do about it. Tune in here, right here on Vent Radio with me on the Just Face It show. Hey, with your girl Staffy B, where we face life victoriously. And remember, you are victorious. Give God some praise because he allowed us to see the next day. Until we meet again, I'll see y'all next Sunday. Be encouraged. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hey, it's your girl, Staffy B, right here with the Just Face It show, right here on Vent Radio. Tune in every Sunday from 10 p.m. till midnight, where we face life victoriously. Listen, real life, real people, real issues. Sponsored by the Good Helpers Heating and Cooling, Mr. Kip Fowler. Be here, be there. For listening to the Just Face It show with Staffy B, where we face life victoriously. Real life, real people, real issues. See you next time.